time for You Auto Know with Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet.
If you have the car buying bug, make sure you don't rush into the car buying process. Steve has some tips on how to do your research. Great to have you back, Steve.
Thanks. Good to see you both.
We've all seen the enticing commercials.
Oh,
They're
boy.
glossy.
Buy one, get one free.
That's right.
That's my favorite.
Come on vacation.
The BOGO.
There's all kinds of things going on.
That can be a good deal, too.
But a
You got to
BOGO
research it.
isn't really a BOGO, is it?
The BOGO is a BOGO, but you're not actually purchasing the second vehicle oftentimes. It's a lease, but it is legitimate if you follow the fine print. But you have to make sure you understand what you're paying for the first car in order to get the second one free.
So they kind of balance one out with the other?
Exactly. You could pay a little bit more for the first vehicle in order to cover the cost of the lease on the second vehicle.
So if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true.
That's right. Use your intuition.
Yeah.
If it doesn't seem right, it may not be right.
So what kind of research should we be doing prior to going into a dealership to buy a new car?
I think it's always good to check all the various ads, whether it's newspaper, radio, TV, and then go online and research the products, research the dealerships, look at their reputation, and you can get an idea of what people are saying about that particular dealership. And when you hear an ad or look at an ad, the one that gets me is the one stock number available. If they have to put one stock number in the ad, it will not be available at that price when you get there. I always have, and I don't want to make it about what we do, but I always advertise a half a dozen, 5, 6, 8, 15 at a particular price, and when you get there, we're not going to have the pinstripes and the undercoating and the paint sealants and all that. Just be very aware, because if it doesn't seem legitimate, it may not be.
Okay, you've done your test drive, you've decided you want the car, you've got all this paperwork in front of you, there's financing going on, it's going on for hours. What are we doing wrong at that point? Anything?
Well, it shouldn't take that, it really shouldn't take that long, but then again, just like a busy restaurant that's a great restaurant, it may be a bit of a wait to get into it. And sometimes we have busy days, typically over the weekend on a Saturday. We'll be busy, and that's not always a negative. It just depends on your instinct and your gut feeling if it's not going well.
But should you deal with the kind of good cop, bad cop mentality that a lot of dealerships really have, and that is your sales guy's the good guy, and then the finance guy comes out and he's like, well, you can do you go in with the invoice price and say, look, I want to pay under invoice? Because that's possible, isn't it?
Sure. It depends on the individual and your particular personality. If you really want to get in there and negotiate aggressively, you'll certainly be able to find dealers that want to do that. But it depends on what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with it going back and forth, just ask to speak to the manager. You should always be able to speak to the manager or say, time out, stop, I'm not happy with this. And if the response is not appropriate and you're not comfortable with it, then I would move on.
And does this tactic work? Okay, yeah, see you later, because I'm not buying. Does that work?
Oh, it does. Oh, the dealers panic when they see you get up and run out the door.
I do it all the time.
Sometimes that's the best way to... Well, and they don't like losing control.
Right.
And you should be in control when you purchase a vehicle. If you don't want to sit down, don't sit down. Stand up while you're talking. You should be able to do whatever you want. You're the customer.
How often will they come after you when you've gotten up and walked out, or will they call you later and have a better deal for you?
Oh, always. And that if you buy today, I'll give you this price. It won't be good tomorrow or on Monday. It always is. As long as the vehicle is still there and didn't get sold, they want your business.
And what about buying via the internet real quick versus going in?
A lot of people like to shop over the internet, but we used to have a term called internet buyer, but everybody is an internet buyer these days, because that's how we do our research. Some people prefer to spend more time shopping via email communication or
still
instead
have to
of
go
going into
in.
the showroom.
That's right.
Yep.
For more info on Stingray Chevrolet, head to stingraychevrolet.com. Steve Hurley, always good to see you.
Good to see you guys too.
And we'll be right back.